Hello guys, this is Pap from Pap back at it again, and today we have the another PREDAPLANT version that I started testing in the stream on Friday, and then I came out with a little different version in the end, just to maximize the new edition. But this deck can be played in a lot of different ways. I'm gonna showcase you everything. But before jumping right to it, guys, just a quick reminder: if you enjoy the content, please leave a like and subscribe. I really appreciate it, and it really helps me a lot. Let's jump right into it. So I'm here with PREDAPLANT stuff, and it's actually shaddolls. So the shadow winning power, and this is actually PREDAPLANT Shaddole. So why can we use this? Because we still gonna have the double mill to the grave of the trap card. We're still gonna get added to our extra deck a Shaddole Winda, triple Shaddole Fusion, and one Schism to our deck. But if we play something that is not spellcaster monsters or just not Shaddole, we lose the second effect, and the second effect is to basically recycle a Shaddole card. That sometimes can be super useful, but it's not super necessary. That's why we're playing some PREDAPLANT stuff. Not that much, but basically the core cards: the Scorpio, the Cobra, and the Chlamydosendu. Okay, so why is this nice? So we know PREDAPLANT is a fusion deck, and PREDAPLANT is a fusion deck as well, so combined they just feels right. So why are we playing Scorpio? Well, Scorpio can literally search any of the Shaddole Fusion card, spell cards, so of course the Shaddole Fusion, or it can just search Super Polymerization. Now we know Super Poly is super good in Shaddol's deck, because Shaddolls have fusion monsters that can be made with generic monsters that have a specific attribute, so you can just use the Super Poly to fuse with your opponent's monster. But the Super Poly is super good also because it is a guaranteed one card double removal if your opponent plays dark monsters, because we play of course the Starving Venom Fusion Dragon, and then this is also a way to play the Dragostapelia. Now, to be honest, the Dragostapelia can be played even without no PREDAPLANT card in your main deck. Well, because Dragostapelia can just be summoned with a fusion monster and a dark monster, and you can do it basically with any generic fusion card that we do not have except the Super Polymerization. And another card that actually is the Necrofusion. Necrofusion is gonna be super nice because it can help you summon more Shaddole Fusion eventually by banishing the stuff from the grave, but also to summon a Dragostapelia eventually by banishing any of the fusion card and any of the dark monster. But keep in mind that most of the Shaddole monsters are actually dark. Now, a couple of things to notice and that I want you to pay attention to is the Shaddole trap card. I have one incarnation and one core, but if you have two incarnation, definitely play two incarnation. I just have one, that's why I'm playing only one. Two incarnations, far way better. Then if you have Scorpio, I just have one Scorpio. That's why I'm playing the Lonefire Blossom. Now you have a couple of choices here. If you have both the triple Blossom and the triple Scorpio, you can definitely play triple Lonefire Blossom and triple Scorpio, but removing the Magissus, the Aureliona. So taking out the Aureliona and the Invocation, the Magissus Invocation. Otherwise, you can also decide to play, as you will see in some of the first replays, I was also playing Keeper of Dragon Magic, another way to search any fusion card, actually the Shaddole Fusion, but not of course the Super Polymerization. This could be still nice because if you eventually decide to play the Keeper, and as you're playing the Necrofusion, you can also try to sneak into the extra deck a card like Bull Reload Furious Dragon, that is this guy right here, because this is made with two dark dragon type monster. It is a generic popper, so it can pop any card your opponent controls with the cost of popping your own card, and it can be done easily if you take into account the Keeper, that is a dark dragon monster, especially with the Necrofusion. Don't forget about it. And so also you can also actually use a Keeper and eventually Starving Venom Fusion Dragon that is in the grave, so keep in mind that because it's a dark and it's a dragon. Then for the other part, guys, it's just a couple of Cobra just in case you draw your first one and you want to have the second one to special summon from the deck with the effect of Scorpio, so that you can trigger its effect and basically grab the Super Poly. Then we have a triple Reshadow Wendy, that is the one that when sent to grave gives you an additional special summon. You have the Dragon triple, because basically getting rid of back rows, it's the most important thing, and this is your way. When it's sent to grave by the card effect, you pop a spell trap card, one Scamata just for the mill, one Adjug, eventually you need to search one of the Shadow spell trap card, one Clammy, just because eventually you have both of the, I mean, later during the duel and you already have drawn into a Cobra, but you still have Scorpio, you can summon the Clammy to have an easy access with no spell card to a fusion, and this Clammy, keep in mind, can provide you either a Wind Up, because Wind Up can be done with the Dark Monster, or you can also of course summon a Starving Venom, because Clammy plus the Scorpion are both Dark Monsters on the field. One Shadow Genius, of course you have access to the Shekinaga, and one of the Fire Guy, just because this guy, when it's flipped up, can give you a nice banish, that it's always super nice, honestly, and to have, and also it's a 29 body on the field, plus if he gets sent to the grave by card effect, you can easily get some more meal done. And what else we have? I guess we're done actually. You can decide to play either 2 or 3 Necro Fusions. I think 2 are just fine because we have other fusion card in our deck. For the extra deck, triple Shuttle Construct, it just seems too much important not to play 3 if you have those. 1 Dracostapelia, 1 Starving Venom, a couple of Shekinaga, 1 Gravity Controller for the usual combo of the Shuttle part. When you summon Shuttle Construct, you send the Schism to grave, you link summon the Gravity Controller. Keep in mind, to do this combo you have to summon the L Shuttle Construct in your extra monster zone. So you got the Gravity Controller out, these will get sent to grave, trigger its second effect, and get the Schism you just sent to grave back to your hand. And this is super nice also to get rid of monsters in your opponent's extra monster zone without having to destroy them or actually battle them. And also Artemis, that becomes even more important. Eventually you decide to take out the Majestas, as it will become your only way to have a light monster. Also keep in mind, if you decide to take out the Reliona, I suggest playing also the Shadow light monster, that is the Chaos, just one. Eventually you need it to summon the construct. So if you take out these 3 cards, the 2 Reliona and the Invocation, just play the Shadow Chaos, just to have basically a light monster to summon construct with. Guys, that's really everything for the explanation. The deck is super nice, but it has a high skill ceiling, to be honest. It's super tough to play. You're gonna always find yourself struggling with time, because there are a lot of ways to play this deck. There are a lot of combos to be done, a lot of thinking behind what you can do, because if there's something good about this is that it has within it the chance of overcoming any deck, any situation, any combo. It literally has in it, but the struggle he has is that you have to find it. You have to find it. You have to find the correct solution to your opponent's puzzle, and it's not that easy. You should, I mean, if you wanna master this deck, you have to play it a lot, but literally there are a lot of ways. Even of course the classic pure version of this deck can be super strong, and it's probably the best rogue deck, as it is not in the tier list. Is it a tier list, guys? Actually, no, I actually have some doubts. It could be in the tier list. It actually is in the tier list. It's tier 3. But it really can do anything. This is a nice versions with the PREDAPLANTs. Hope you enjoyed it, guys. Of course, if you have any questions, don't forget to drop them in the comment section down below. And let's jump right into the replays. Here we go, my boys. First replay against Gabor. Actually, I don't know if it's Gabor. It's really you. I don't know if you're watching the video, but I'm Not super sure, but it could be one of you guys, so let me know in the comments if it's that you. So guys, this first duel, as you could see, I was playing also the Keeper of Dragon Magic, as I told you in the deck list breakdown, so you can decide to play the Keeper, and that can be actually super nice. So it's got the Barian skill, so it's gonna play a couple of monsters and Abyss Dweller to begin with. Of course, the best choice when it comes to face Shaddolls, because Shaddolls all rely on Graveyard's effect, right? So of course, draw phase correctly done, no effects in the grave. So I started with the Keeper to get the Shadow Fusion, then a Shadow Fusion straight away because he has an extra deck monster into a construct. But keep in mind that anything you send to the grave does not use its effect, so no matter what you send. I think I had to send probably the Schism, and I misplayed in this case, so I attacked with the Keeper and then went for some damage, but it's got the Drowning, that, keep in mind guys, is now a common deck, since the surge of the birds, of the Littlelusk, because it's the only way to stop the birds, basically, one of the little ways to stop the birds. So it's got the skill again, another couple of monsters played, one from the hand, one from the deck, then normal summon into the scale. It's got Sage Tree, but then Schism straight away. Oh, I didn't send Schism because I have that in my hand actually. So Schism to go straight away into a Shadow construct. Why? To send the only one that can pop a card to grave. That's why I didn't go into Winda, because if I went to Winda, it could have still gone into his summon, because this does not count as summons. These monsters played by the skill count as special summon monster, but they are not summons, so I want to be super clear about that. So of course, construct, sending the Wendy, now setting this boy, so we have another defense. He's got the Exceedonite, perfect choice, going to pop everything. We got constructed to recycle the Schism, but what's good about this is that we can't take damage for the rest of the turn, so he just went to Vespinato and setting a back row. I mean, he gets no point into attacking because we can't take damage after the effect of Exceedon resolves. Then we have the Magistus Invocation, we have the Cobra in hand to go Winda straight away, just basically to attack and to pop the back row with the Dragon, and it was another Drowning Mirror Force. Then Controller to basically get the Shadow Fusion back, but actually not only for that, but because we wanted to get rid of things without destroying it, so we can't summon stuff. But first we're going to Shadow Fusion to get the Shekinaga out, and with the Yugioh adding a monster, so that means we have also negation eventually with the effect of, for the effect of Shekinaga, then effect of Gravity Controller to get rid of it, and then attacking for some damage. Now can he come back? He went with the skill again, one monster from the deck, one from the hand, so he can go into another Xyz summon straight away, but I went Schism to summon another construct, send a light monster to grave, and at this point he can't do nothing, so we can just go for little. We also have the Necrofusion that would be super nice because we have a couple of Keeper of Dragon Magic, so eventually we could also go into anything, the Dragostapelia or stuff. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. Second duel, my boys, against another Yuri this time, and it is the classic Starving Venom. We're going first, so we're facing literally the best deck going second right now, one of the best ones. Rilliona to begin with to grab the invocation, and we're going with the construct. Again, guys, in case you missed the deck list breakdown, I have already explained that there. I'm playing these cards because in the first versions of the deck, as I told you guys, you can play also Keeper and you can grab a Poly, just because I thought a Genetic Fusion could be nice. I went with the Shadow Fusion, with the Shadow Wendy's effect to set that, then sending also the Schism to grave, so I can get it back with the Constructor's effect after I send it to the grave, link summoning the Gravity Controller. Then we got a couple of set cards, of course the Poly is just for a bluff. It's got the Starting Venom Invasion, but we don't really care about that. I mean, you can get rid of it, but still fine. Now it's got the Bribbly Spin Andy, reveals a couple of cards. Now we can go into ease combos. It's got the Poly provided by the skill, then Preda Practice to begin with, and at this point Schism straight away to stop his special summons. So now after his special summons with the Preda Practice, he can't special summon anymore as long as Winda is on the field. So we kind of stop him there and he can't do nothing. So keep in mind when you do something like this, that's why Shaddoll is so annoying to face, is that when they set up for Winda, they usually you usually have to summon Winda in chain to a card that is about to make your opponent special summon, so they're locked and they can't do anything else. No, now in this case his only solution is having of course not an effect that destroys, because this card cannot be destroyed by card effects, but he has to have a staple. Or another deck that can really deal easily with this is Ancient Warriors, because they have a lot of bouncing effect. So Keeper, normal summon to get the Shaddoll fusion. Then at this point I'm attacking. He's got the Saracenian back, so I'm just going for it. He's got the Saracenian though to save himself, and the Hydra's effect to reduce the attack. That's fine, honestly. At this point he's going with the Polymerization. He's safe for that. Chimera of Lysia, and that can actually get rid of Winda, so that's super tough. Saracenian to get a Search, the PREDAPLANT, and then Chimera of Lysia of course to get rid of Winda, so that means he can go on with his special summons. The Scorpio that uses effect summoning the Cobra, searching for the Super Poly, Biblis effect to search, and he's got the Clammy, Super Poly grabbed by Cobra at this point. Fusion Recovery, oh jeez, how many cards does he have? Look at that card advantage. One Saracenian to save him, and now we can do all of this stuff once that Winda he's gone. Starving Venom Fusion Dragon, he's here, and then to steal the attack, he's attacking. Not enough for little. Actually, this is enough for little, because keep in mind these can increase its attack to 3500 and reduce this by 1000. So I use the Incarnation to flip this down. He attacks, takes the damage. He's scooped because I could also use the effect to mill. You lose the time, but next turn keep in mind I have my Schism ready. Eventually the Shaddoll fusion in my hands, with of course him controlling a couple of extra deck monsters. He could have done anything anyway because he has literally no interruption. That's how you did, my boys. There you go. Third duel, my boys, we have set up with Shaddoll against Shaddoll. That's super cool, and it's him to go first. Let's see what he has. Actually, a set monster, the Hedgehog, to look for the El Shaddoll fusion, a card we're not playing. So Link summoning into Artemis, and he's getting also the Shaddoll fusion to go straight away into Construct. This means Construct is gonna send the Schism. Beast to draw a card. Beast, of course, guys, is another card you need to play. I don't have it, unfortunately, but setting Shaddoll Dragon. Also, I think he already has the Schism ready. That's why he did that. So also Shaddoll fusion got back to his end with the Gravity Controller, and also Dogmatica. So this is actually Shaddoll Dogmatica getting another negation in hand, because now he had the Dogmatica Fleur-de-Lis denied it, and this guy, if you control another Dogmatica, can actually negate the effect of a monster on the field without targeting. Super nice. So we have to be careful about that. We started with the Shaddoll fusion, he went with the Schism, so that means he's gonna of course summoning Winda straight away. So after this Shaddoll fusion I can't do nothing else, so I went with the Construct, of course, using the effect to mill Dragon to pop the Shaddoll fusion, and he went with the Dogmatica. So he summons the boy to negate this effect. That's fine. We pop the Shaddoll fusion, and then Incarnation to flip this up with the Hedgehog grabbing us the Schism as well. So we're ready for the next turn. We're attacking with the Construct the boy, and we get rid of him. Now we don't care about the effect, because we can still not destroy Winda with card effects, and I decided on purpose to leave the Winda on the field, because now he has his own problem. Like, he has to deal with the fact that he can only special summon once. So he went with the Dragon, I went with the Schism straight away to summon he actually changed his Schism to my Schism. He went into Construct, and I went to send the Shaddoll Construct, and then I went again with another Construct. So sending that to grave. At this point he's got the Shaddoll fusion. I went the effect of my Shaddoll Construct to get my Shaddoll fusion back. I sent another Dragon, and actually I think it was a misplay because we already used the effect. Actually no, I didn't. So my Dragon, it was his Dragon. I used my Dragon to pop his Schism, and at this point he's attacking. That's fine. He can't do anything else. At this point, we're going with a sad monster and just attacking, getting some damage done. He's got the Shadow Fusion to go straight away into another construct himself as well, and using wind as a fact to get the Schism back. Jeez, what a duel this was. We have what, a couple? We have a Schism and the Shadow Fusion. So is Shadow Dragon again to pop my bluff, exactly what I wanted, and I'm just popping the dragon now. At this point, he's got the Rillion again to get the invocation, the Magician's invocation, then Falco's effect, and I'm using Schism to summon my wind in this case. So after the summon with Falco, he can't summon anything else. I also sent the Falco to grave, eventually wanted to go into a synchro summon, even though he couldn't do it, and then construct against Winda. He's doing it, of course, just by battle, because she can't be destroyed by card effect, so we get the Shadow Fusion back in our hand. Oh jeez, what a duel. And then at this point, Shadow Fusion again to go into the third, I think it is, construct here, but sending the Genius to negate the effect of his Shadow Construct, and then when they sent the Grave to summon another boy, then Link summoning into the Gravity Controller, so we got the Fusion back, but not only for that, because we wanted to get rid of the Construct. So goodbye to Construct, then Schism's effect, but he actually can't summon anything else. I guess he finished everything. So he's got the Beast, draw a couple, discard a card, Genius to negate my Shadow Monsters effect, then Shadow Fusion again. Jeez, this duel is never ending. Shadow Construct, his third Shadow Construct, actually probably the fourth, because I sent it back to the extra deck, guys, remember that. So he's attacking the wrong one. I think maybe he was just not paying attention. He popped my Construct, that's fine. At this point, Schism and he chained his Schism, he summoned his Shaky Naga, and we're summoning our Shaky Naga. Oh jeez. And because we went the last to resolve, that was such a bad move, chaining his Schism, because I could adjust my summon to his summon, so that I could send to the grave the monster he just summoned. So I sent the Shaky Naga to grave, he recycled the fusions, but now we're going again into Gravity Controller, because keep in mind, with this effect, it comes back to the extra. So now we can attack, shuffling the Construct with the effect of Gravity Controller. At this point, getting some other damage done. Is just 300 life points left from the defeat. Is going again with the, I don't know, 5th Construct? Then setting a monster, Shadow Wing power. This means it's actually a pure Shadow deck. And then I'm just attacking because I forgot this was special summon. I was just so stupid so far. Then now he's just stalling because he wants to wait. So we got he's got the Schism again to summon his Winda that came back with the skill. So goodbye to the Climby. At this point I'm just attacking that and I'm waiting. He's got the Shadow Fusion back to hand. He just wants me to take me out with the deck out. But I have some other plays to do. So we're setting everything to defense. We have Squamata ready to pop some monster. He's got a set monster too. Now we went with Squamata starting to pop the Construct Schism to summon what? A Wendigo. Wait, what the heck? Sending the Wendy to grave. No summoning, because otherwise I thin my deck even more. Attacking with the Squamata to get rid of that monster. He's not searching it because he doesn't want to get less cards than me. Then he's Squamata to pop my... I think he actually is going for it. The Phoenix, discard a card, pop the Schism. I activate the Schism in response to summon what? Another Shaky Naga. Now Shaky Naga is here. He went into Link summoning the Unicorn, but keep in mind we can just negate that. Shaky Naga's effect, sending the Shadow Fusion to grave, negating the Unicorn, destroying it, and end phase, Necro Fusion, banishing a Dark Monster and a fusion into Dracostapelia, and here comes the spice. And we're not done yet. At this point, we're attacking the Wendy first, and then Dracostapelia for literally has no monsters left. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. What a crazy, cheesy duel. Here we go, my boys, 4th duel against... we're going 2nd right now, and we're going against... Precious Cards of the Wind. What the heck is this? Oh, this is actually Ancient Warriors that I think is gonna probably... match the tier list. Honestly, I actually saw it a lot, because this deck has basically everything. He has access to spell drop negation, monster effect negation, bouncing, destroying, spell card drop card. It's everything, literally. It's got the number 1 interruption, the bouncing with the Hood, and I think it is not the best turn 1 they can achieve, but I think they have stuff in hand to summon eventually. So I went with Longfire Blossom to summon the Scorpio, discarding a monster to summon the Cobra. He bounced that, not the best option, because we still summon Cobra, we still got the effect out. He's got the effect of the spell card to summon a boy, and he scooped. But this is actually just, guys, to show you what the combo is right now. So we basically get the Super Poly, and we can fill the graveyard with stuff. And then we add the Necrofusion eventually to fusion with the stuff from Grave. So as soon as he summons any dark monster with the Ancient Warriors, we have our Super Poly live. But we actually could have just searched for the Shuttle fusion. He had the Oath, so we can go into our combo. So basically the Scorpio just counts as a fusion searcher, with the only difference that he can actually also search Super Poly, and that's brilliant. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. Last but not least, another Yuri. We have tons of Yuri there, and let's see what we have. Starving Venom Invasion, but this time he's going first. Let's see what we have. We have a crazy Super Poly in hand straight away, and that is lovely, taking into account that we can just use all of these dark monsters to summon our own Starving Venom Fusion Dragon. So let's speed things up. We know what this deck does. I think all of you do. He's got the Scorpio, searching the Super Poly, so we know he has a Super Poly among his back rows. Then he's got the Clammy, the Dracostapelia, Fusion Recovery to get the Scorpio back. At this point, look at a very nice addition. So he's got one among these back rows. He has 100% the Super Poly. He could have the PREDAPLANT, but he also has the Fusion Recycling Plant. Very nice card to keep on the card advantage, you know. Also to search more polymerization eventually. So it's us to go. We started with the Reliona to get the spell card. It's got the Dracostapelia to negate, but this is what is brilliant about Incarnation. You can use the Incarnation to flip down your monsters so that the count that gets not put on your monster, so it gets not negated and you still get the effect. That's lovely. Magistus Invocation to summon with the Wendy. Here it comes. Construct. You already wasted the effect, so we're chilling. Construct effect, Wendy's effect. Wendy's to summon the dragon, and then also other effect of dragon to pop the back row. The wrong one, PREDAPLANT, that I think that he doesn't care. Then Super Poly in the battle phase to go Dracostapelia again using my Construct. That's totally fine, because now I can use my own Super Poly to fuse that Dracostapelia into my own Dracostapelia, dude, and attacking, making some damage. I still have the Necrofusion eventually. Fusion Recycling Plant to have more stuff because he fusion summoned technically. So again, these to get the fusion substitute. And then he hands a turn, but guess what? End phase, Necrofusion into what? Il Shuttle Construct to use the effect, send the dragon, pop the back row. Dude, I love this. Edgehog set, at this point I can just attack. PREDAPLANT effect to save, so it's still alive, but keep in mind we have a Dracostapelia negations eventually. It's got the Fusion Recycling Plant, you get the Poly, then you use Fusion Substitute to draw on one more card, and then just a back row. Let's see if that is enough. Adjunct to get the Schism, so we're chilling for the next turn. Going for the attack, he's got the Compulsory, that is not enough. Destroying him with its own ace monster. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go, guys. Shuttle are a very good deck, and yeah, you can combine it with a lot of stuff. It's really versatile. I love this combo with PREDAPLANT actually. I wish I had more Scorpio to make the Scorpio search not once per duel, but even more times, because sending stuff to grave is super nice. You can just use that stuff in the grave with the Shuttle Schism. Unfortunately, I just have one, but again, if you have more, use them. Let me know what you think of this spicy combo, my boys. Thanks a lot for watching, and as always, see you in the next one.